What's up guys? This is Victorious Valentine's.
Welcome back to our channel.
Today we are talking all things donor milk. Ready, Papa? As y'all know, I'm a breast cancer survivor. In 2019, October, I was diagnosed with triple negative breast cancer, and my treatment plan that I went with was 16 rounds of chemotherapy and a double mastectomy. I had the double mastectomy and I knew I wouldn't be able to breastfeed, but we also didn't know like how we would be able to have this miracle baby anyway. So for me, like having the double mastectomy, of course I knew that I would lose the ability to be able to breastfeed, but I felt like it was the best decision for my health at the time. After I completed treatment, we were able to conceive our miracle baby. Say hi, Papa.
What's up, dude?
We was able to conceive our miracle baby, and I knew from the jump that I wanted him to be able to use human donor milk. I wanted him to be able to have all the benefits that comes with it. There's like so many benefits of breast milk on top of all the nutrients, but just the protections it gives you against illnesses and asthma and diabetes and like all these different things. And I didn't want me not being able to breastfeed to stop him from being able to have that extra protection and those benefits. So we got on our mission to look for donor milk. It was crazy.
We actually started looking for donor milk way before, I think way before, we didn't start looking for donor milk before Diamond got pregnant, but we knew that our insurance covered it.
Yeah,
so like,
that's why we chose
specifically got the insurance because it covered human donor breast milk, because we knew that Diamond would not be able to, breastfeed our children in general. So we need this insurance because this is what it's going to take. So we were kind of already doing the research ahead of time when I was picking insurance policies or providers, whatever you want to call it. But when she was pregnant, we really got on our game, and it was like a foreign territory for all of our doctors. It was a foreign territory for people at the donor bank.
At it was a insurance company.
Yeah, for our insurance company. So we had to go through multiple calls, multiple forms being filled out, and it was like sometimes we did so many unnecessary things until we got the opportunity to talk to the right person. Number one, insurance had no idea what we talked about. They were sending us back to get codes, and codes for this and codes for that. So when you guys, if anybody's getting human donor milk, it's going to be a code that you need. So there's going to be a code that you need that you get from the healthcare provider, which might be your midwife, or might be your OBGYN. Like, that's where you get the code from. And once you get that code, you give that code to your insurance company so they can run it and so that they can approve. And once you get it approved, you get that code and you get that script and you send that to the milk bank,
and then you apply for the milk bank.
And then after that, they'll give you application to apply for the milk bank.
Yeah, so you will go to the Human Milk Bank Association of North America. There is a list of over 31 milk banks inside the country in Canada, US and Canada, and you would pick like the one that's closest to you, and you would apply for application. So we tried to apply for some in our own community, one in Pennsylvania. They were only given to the NICU babies at the time, so we actually had to go to Ohio.
Yep, Ohio Mother Milk Bank.
Ohio Mother Milk Bank. But once you go on there, you'll see all the milk banks, and you just start submitting applications through there.
They are so easy to get in contact with. They're so easy to talk to on the phone. They're so easy to email. They're very good with communication. We shared obviously why we were getting the donor milk. They were just so compassionate about our situation and about the journey that we were on, that we were going to be on. So they made it very smooth process after that. Before we got approved, they were saying that Mally needed a pediatrician. The pediatrician had to sign off on the script.
But the pediatrician wouldn't see him until he was born.
It was like everything is impossible what you guys are asking for. So at the end of the day, our midwife signed off on the prescription because Mally wasn't even birthed yet to even need to get a doctor. So, but once we got everything, they actually sent us our first package before Mally even arrived. So I think about maybe like a week or 2 weeks before Mally got here, our fridge was loaded with donor milk, and we were able to have everything we needed But I would say like maybe the first 2 weeks of Mally being here, we were able to take the donor milk to our birth center, have it in the freezer, and when Mally was here and was ready to eat, we were able to provide him with the donor milk.
And for those who are like, okay, what's donor milk? So donor milk is pasteurized breast milk, human breast milk, and basically mothers send their breast milk in, mothers who have an oversupply, mothers who maybe lost their baby, mothers who just like are compassionate and
just want to help.
They send it over to the milk bank. They have to go through screenings, blood tests, like they need to know what medications, supplements, all that kind of stuff you take in to make sure you qualify and you know you're healthy, and they go through a whole list of screenings on their website.
Certain diets that women are on, because Mally could have been allergic to something that was from for somebody who was on a different type of diet, and could have had a reaction to the donor milk. Just like when mothers breastfeed their babies, if it's something that they're eating that their child is allergic to, they'll get it through their milk.
And when it gets to the milk bank then test the milk as well and screen it and then pasteurize it, make sure it's free of bacteria and organisms and all of that stuff, just to make sure that it's clean and safe before giving to the baby. So I know somebody was like, how do you like trust that or whatever? Like, first off, I trust it because you can literally read about like the process it goes through, and then you can be like, how could you, like, if you don't have no options, like what else are you gonna do? You're gonna either trust that or you're gonna trust formula.
Well, the option we didn't trust was getting milk from just anybody or people who were offering. People were literally offering their milk supply to us.
It's a way that a lot of people
and there's nothing wrong with that.
It's
nothing wrong with
like
that at all.
I forget what it's called, but just basically sharing, milk sharing.
Facebook groups and all
Facebook
that.
groups. So if you were somebody who didn't want to go through the whole process of screening and testing, it's a whole lot of women who literally just like basically trade milk with people, like give people milk, like deliver the milk to your door, meet up and give you an oversupply of their milk that they have. And that's something that is an option, and so many of our followers reached out and wanted to offer it, and we were really grateful for that. But we just wanted to go through the process to make sure that we dotted our I's and crossed our T's.
Nothing against anybody, but you just don't know what people are eating and what they're doing, and you don't know what they're drinking and things like that. Or like,
and then like, you know, like for sure, like they're getting blood tests done and things like that. So they screen for HIV, hepatitis, like all that different kind of stuff as well. So I felt good doing it. I felt like it was a great decision for us. And babies who usually use it is premature babies, babies in the NICU, experiencing any kind of sickness, immunocompromised babies, or women who are medically unable to breastfeed. And I fell in that category of being medically unable to breastfeed. So I was so grateful that, you know, people actually donate and this option was available for us. I know there's petitions taking place right now for women who have breast cancer and have a double mastectomy or are unable to breastfeed. It's like a petition, and they're trying to like change it where like donor milk would be covered for everyone, because it isn't, and it's very expensive. It's like $4 to $5 an ounce and like $14 a bottle, and the whole day it'd be $130 for milk. So thank God that we were able to get insurance, get it covered by our insurance. But at one point we weren't, like when we had to get from a different milk bank and we actually had to pay out of pocket. So I hope to see some changes in that. But I'm grateful that Mally was able to have it.
So let's talk about the process of when it gets here and like how it arrives. So they literally send it out for it to get here the next day. So when you place the order on Tuesday, on Wednesday, that milk will be at your door in whatever your mailbox at noon. And when you get that package, it comes in a box in like a cooler, a styrofoam cooler with, like they call it dry ice. And you take it out and you pack your freezer with it, and it's in these little bottles that you take out and you defrost, like maybe like you can defrost maybe like the night before, or you can have it in the refrigerator for a certain period of time. We'll put all the details in the description.
And it's on the website.
Yeah, and it's on every website. It's when they send you the donor milk. They give you a piece of paper on how to maintain it and how to store it, and then we use a bottle warmer to heat it, warm it up when Mally was, you know what I'm saying, drinking warm milk. Now he just drinks cold milk. He started drinking cold milk early.
Yeah.
But then like that's how it goes, and then you just literally watch the bottles like dwindle down. Then when it's time to reorder,
yeah. Make sure you stay up on when you need to order.
Cause we miss sometimes.
And we was like trying to make milk stretch. It was crazy, like, cause we didn't know like he would run out as fast as he did, and all of that. So the great news is that Mally was able to receive that breast milk, and he loved it, and we loved it for him, and it was a great experience. But then the bad news was that during the same time he was using a donor milk, there was a worldwide formula shortage. Baby, what? Which meant people weren't donating, and people slowed down their donations. People was saving the milk for themselves. People was giving the milk to their family and their friends and things like that. So people were giving the milk to people who they know instead of donating to a milk bank, which anybody would do, which I would do, which, you know, is anything anybody would do to look out for the people around them. But that resulted in like our milk bank like not being able to, not having any more milk. Like they wasn't getting any milk in any shipments in, and the milk that was coming in, it was happening to go to the NICU babies first, which they were priority, which I understand that as well. And then we were like using other milk banks, reaching out to the next one and the next one and the next one, and then it just got to the point that people were just like, oh, we don't have milk this week. No more milk came in.
We probably reached out to every milk bank from the Midwest to the East.
So then we was like, okay, like we can't play this game with the milk bank no longer. Not play this game, but we can't, the waiting game. Like it was just like waiting every week, and it was like frustrating. And I'm sure it's not like this no more, because I'm sure like the milk supply and everything is back up in the US, but at the time it was like really frustrating, like for him to be on donor milk, and then in an instant like it can change if no milk was in that week. So we made the decision like, okay, we're just gonna switch him over to formula, and we were like researching different formulas. We were already looking at formulas before as well to see like if we couldn't get the donor milk or something happened, like what kind of formula will we use. And we started seeing like people recommend formulas from other countries, and it was like all these red ropes or whatever you had to go around to get the milk. The plus or the upside of the milk shortage was that the US allowed other countries, European, to bring in their milk to the US. So we actually went with a brand that
well, at first we did. Oh yeah. The first brand we went with was called Earth's Best. And Mally had he didn't get sick, but his digestive system did not do well with it. Yeah. I mean like he was his poop was like, it was just like ridiculous. Yeah,
we might have used maybe like a half of the container of it, but his poop literally changed from like breastfeeding breast milk
to like almost solids.
Like solids, and it was crazy, and it stunk so bad. Yeah. And we was just like, okay, like we need to try something else. And then Marcus went to the store, and he seen the European milk inside the store, and it was crazy because it was something that we wanted to use, and they only was able to get to the US because of the milk shortage.
I'm gonna tell y'all the story. So one night, I'm trying to get to Target because Mally need milk. And it's like Target closed at 10. I'm driving. I leave the house at 9:30. I drive to I'm looking for Earth's Best. I'm not even looking for Kinder Mill. So the brand is called Kinder Mill. Go to the first Target. They don't have Earth's Best, but they have the Kinder Mill. So I send it to Dime. I send the pictures like, look at this brand. They got a lot of these because what? Nobody's familiar with it. So they had a lot of them. So then I go to another Target and I get the Earth's Best. And then Dime's, I'm almost home, and Dime sends me a screenshot like, wow, there's so many good reviews about Kinder Mill. And I'm like, should I turn around? She's like, no, just come on home. I bust the Yui and go get the Kinder Mill. And it's been blessing Mally ever since. It was an instant
difference. Like his poop turned it's very
like
close to breast milk.
It was just like
it is crazy, and I just trust like these other countries, and their brands, their products are so clean. And his poop literally went back to the yellow, the bright, just like breast milk. And it's been so good for him. They have an organic line and a non-organic line. For some reason, Molly didn't have a great reaction to the organic line.
He's actually rashing and everything.
Yeah, he had got like a burn or like a rash from the organic line. So we switched to the basic Kendamil line, and it's been amazing. It's been a few months that he's been using it for, and we really love that brand. So I know a lot of y'all be like, is he using formula? Like, is he using donor milk? He's not using the donor milk anymore, because we didn't want to play the back and forth game, back and forth when milk got available. So we just decided that we would do that, and the Kendamil brand is a great brand, so we highly recommend that for y'all babies. We'll link it so you guys can get it from Target. That's the only place that sells it. So our baby is eating now and still having his Kendamil milk. So that's our story on donor milk. We hope y'all enjoy it. We hope the videos, y'all can see our process of it, and we hope that you guys share it with somebody who's trying to figure out the process, and this helps save them some time, some energy, and maybe some money.
And if y'all got any questions, drop them in the comments, and don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. And thank you so much for watching.
Until next time,
stay victorious.